Hey guys, we have what I would classify a metric ton of information to go through here. They just finished revealing everything for at least the first part of 2021's Legends Festival. And as you can see, the video was an hour and 3 minutes long. Now, for just for context, the revealed stuff for last year's Legends Festival was 10 minutes. So we have quite a bit more info here than we had in the last year's Legends Festival. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to not show everything because we'll be here for 500 years. I'm going to jump into the hype stuff mainly. We'll pretty much just skip around. The first like 30 minutes or so of this video was basically them breaking down a lot of things that we already become accustomed to. We already know what's coming. Like they went over like the free-to-play Goku event where you get the 6 free-to-play Gokus. They went over a lot of the things that we expect to come for this. Like they're giving out tickets for this Legends Festival banner here. They're talking about the new event that was out that they added, like the Let's Go Legends event where you can obtain a free team, which has been in the game for like a week or so now. It's just the general campaign info. They actually made a like this was a part of one of their countdown videos where depending on how many chrono crystals you used throughout the past year, you'll be able to exchange this item. You'll get this item depending on how many you use, and you could use this item to exchange for items in the shop. So stuff like that. I mean, this is basically the equivalent of what they did last year with the like thank you tickets, right? So I mean, we're going to be skipping around this video pretty quickly. Hoi Poi coins coming back, definitely a big W. It's actually been a really long time since they've brought those back. Worldwide festival missions is basically like what they do in Dokkan with these big campaigns where they have these big goals for the community to reach, and then based off of how many of those goals we actually complete, we'll be getting rewards as a community. That's cool. But yeah, here's the Let's Go Legends thing. We already saw this. And then what else we got here? Ultra acquisition events. So yeah, they made it easier to get the Ultra Goku and Vegeta and stuff like that. Nothing new. Okay, yep. The free-to-play Goku event, the 6 Gokus. This is the Start Dash summon. I mean, this is only available for brand new players for the first 168 hours of you playing the game. Just a guaranteed Legends Limited summons. That's pretty cool. Legends Friends power up. They just increase the amount of friends you can invite to the game, and you get more rewards for doing that. What else? Oh, they said there's going to be a 5-week consecutive amount of raid battles. This is actually what they did for the 3-year anniversary, so it's going to be the exact same format, they said. And this is mainly where you're going to be able to get Hoi Poi coins and medals and stuff like that. So it's just a cool experience to be able to farm up all that stuff if you have free time. Okay, what is this? Equipment collection, is that what this is? Yeah. So they're just bringing back all the stages of the Ultimate Equipment Collection event. So if you want to farm up any specific unique equipments, you can go ahead and do that there. Festival Duel 2021 is going to be the special PvP season for this Legends Festival, so that's cool. And then Legends Festival Adventure, I don't really think this is anything too different than what we've come to expect with normal adventures. Alright, so this is where they start talking about the characters. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video, and then after the video they have a few sheets of the information, and we can go over that together. So let's just see this here. I'll shut up and we'll just watch this.
You cannot escape from us. This ends now. You cannot escape. Be gone! That is the price of defiance. You are a fool. I'm the one who has to do this. Take this. Everyone, lend me your power! You're finished! Impossible. Everyone, give me your power! Ah! Come on, guys! Zamasu dies today! Ah! I won't lose to someone who believes in nothing but himself! Ah! This can't be happening!
All right, so we are getting 3 characters from this portion, obviously. An EX Mai is the first character. We're going to be getting a Sparking Zamasu Goku Black Rose assist, and then obviously an LF Sword of Hope Trunks, who, you know, was one of the characters on many people's radars. I said in my prediction video, or, you know, like, what could we possibly see for Legends Festival video? He was one of the characters that we don't have in the game, right? One of the major characters. But now, with this releasing, we are completely finished with the Future Trunks saga, right? We have every single character. We have the Merge Zamasu, we have the Corrupt version, we have Vegito Blue, we have every form of Goku Black, we have Rose, an assist version of Zamasu and Goku, we have now Sword of Hope Trunks, we have Rage Trunks, we have just we have Trunks and Mai. So we have basically everything covered. I mean, we could obviously still get like a fusing Blue Goku and Vegeta into like Vegito Blue at some point too, but this is pretty much going to conclude the Future Trunks saga in terms of at least one iteration of every single character, so that's good. So they played a little short video gameplay for each character. I assume this stuff will be posted on the Twitter in the coming hours or minutes or soon. This art is cool. I mean, we knew eventually we were going to get this, right? Goku Black and Zamasu assist character, that was the given. The second they revealed their first ever assist character with Broly and Chilai, I was seeing people ask for this. This is like, you know, a textbook assist character. The animation stuff, they look pretty cool, and then obviously the Trunks animations are cool as well. We'll go over the kits here once I can find the thing. Okay, here we go. So here's Mai. She's an EX, so I'm not really going to spend too much time on this. But when this character enters the battlefield and character Trunks is a battle member, she gets 70% of blast damage inflicted, and she gets Arch Guard draw speed. So she obviously wants to be paired up alongside any Trunks character. You can see the Sword of Hope Trunks is in the back here. She restores allied character Trunks' health by 10% and 30% of strike damage inflicted when switched to standby. So she's a support character, but she's a support character specifically for Trunks. And then she applies 30% of damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and reduces damage received by 20% to self per tag future or girls battle member other than this character in the party. So it's actually pretty good because that means she should be getting 40% damage reduction, which is actually pretty good. But she'll still have EX stats, so maybe it won't be that great. Then she applies 30% of damage inflicted and 50% of cure recovery to allies when defeated. So she has death buffs, which actually does work pretty well with this Sword of Trunks, because you guys will see in a second that he is a last man standing unit. And then with her main ability, she draws a green card and restores own health by 20% and ki by 30%. And then she inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade 20% to pierce and slice damage received. The pierce damage is for herself, because obviously like the bullets from her gun do pierce damage, and then slice damage is for Trunks, right? And then the blue card is major pierce damage, and then 20% of blast damage received, which is, you know, just mediocre effect there. But that's pretty much what Mai does. She's just supposed to be, I mean, they even tell you, she has very strong synergy with Trunks. That's the idea behind the design for that. Next we have the Zamasu Goku Black assist. They are green for God Key, Future, Regen, Powerful Opponent, Saiyan. Dude, this unit is on like 500 tags. I'm going to pull up some of the tags where I expect to see this character. I mean, obviously Future is probably their most prevalent tag, right? We can pull up God Key, we can pull up Future, Powerful Opponent. Where's Future? There we go. So God Key, I mean, them being green, the biggest competition for this unit is going to be God of Destruction Topo and Vados. I definitely see more Vados than God of Destruction Topo still, even though me personally, I probably prefer God of Destruction Topo. So their unique ability applies the following effects to self when battle starts, and then they all cannot be cancelled. Nullifies attribute downgrades, that's pretty good, but it's only for 30 counts. Reduces damage received by 15%, and then another 15%, and then a 30%. I'm trying to understand what that means. So does that mean they get all of those stacked up? So they have what, 60% damage reduction, and then this is permanent. The 30% is permanent. This first 15% is only for 30 counts, and then this second 15% is only for 70 counts. So if I'm reading that correctly, that means that when they enter the battlefield at the beginning of a fight, they're going to be at 60% reduced damage received. If that's actually what that means, that is really, really good. Seals all enemies' main abilities when entering the battlefield, activates twice. That's like the Zenkai Beerus ability, or like the physical Android 17 ability. Restores allies' health and increases strike damage when switched to standby. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar to anybody? Does that sound familiar to any other character that we have in the game already? Let me know. Then they have double card draw speed and reduces enemy ki when performing a cover change. So I think what this is supposed to mean, this double card draw speed. Actually, I don't really know. Is that double card draw speed supposed to only trigger on a cover change? Actually, I think that's what that means. They get 2 times card draw speed and reduce enemy ki when they perform a cover change. So both these things are conditional upon you performing a cover change, which is okay. I don't know if they actually have a special cover change, but we'll see. And then their green card is recover ki. All enemies take increased damage. Okay. Increases damage dealt to tag Saiyan and tag Hybrid Saiyan. That's a pretty common set of tags. Cannot be cancelled, activates twice. Reduces enemy vanishing gauge to 0. That is the red Pycon effect. That's pretty cool. And then the special move reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 on hit. This is not... well, at least it doesn't say that it's limited to once only. So that could be annoying. Like, you pair this unit alongside, like, purple Frieza, and you just spam blue cards, and you kill all their Dragon Balls. I don't know. We'll see if that's how that works. But this unit definitely looks interesting. I mean, they sound just like Vados, right? I mean, the support that they're offering to the team. I don't know if they'll be able to provide ki. It doesn't say, but I imagine that will be like the main difference between Vados and this character. But I mean, this character to me just sounds like a Vados 2.0, like a more modern and updated version of Vados, which is actually really good for God Ki, because at this point, Vados has definitely become... I'm not going to say a liability, but definitely a lot less impactful than she once was. So, okay, so that's it for the Zamasu Goku Black Assist. Now we have Legends Limited, Super Saiyan Trunks Adult. Glad they called him Adult here. AKA Sword of Hope Trunks. He's blue. He's on Hybrid Saiyans, Future, Vegeta Clan, and Super Saiyans. Super Saiyans, huh? What do you guys think? Super Saiyans? Bardock? Oh boy. Alright, so he charges his own unique gauge, so he's the 3rd character now to have a unique gauge. Number 1 was UI Goku, then Perfect Cell, and now this Trunks. When hit with an arts attack. So he charges up his gauge by getting hit. So this character definitely is probably going to be more so on the defensive side of things, even though he is technically a melee type. Once full, he reduces enemy ki, restores own health, increases damage inflicted, increases ultimate damage inflicted, and he gets card draw speed. Is that enough? So it looks like 3, 4, and 5 cannot be cancelled, so that's fine. He has a special cover change against Strike Arts attacks, comboable with special move. Applies the following effects to self if there are 2 or more Vegeta Clan or future battle members other than this character in the party when battle starts. That is very smart that they did that, and this is actually something that I said when I brought this character up as an idea. I said, if they're going to release this character now, they know that Hybrids does not need help. So the way that you build a character like this, even like they're going to have to release this character at some point. They're not just going to never release him because he's a hybrid, right? The way that you do this is you build the character around certain tags that are not tags that don't need help, like hybrids. So for instance, Vegeta Clan or Future, you make this character needed to be ran alongside those tags to make him sort of realize his full potential, which is exactly what they did. So that's, you know, a commendable job that they did for this. Other than this character in the party when battle starts. So this is the effects that he gains from there being those other party members. So he gets endurance, right? So he restores health by 25% only once when it reaches 0. So right off the bat, night and day difference between having endurance and not having endurance. That's just how the game works. Charges own unique gauge by 100% when own health reaches 0. So basically, if your endurance is triggered, he's going to get his unique gauge filled up no matter what, which is fine because he's going to then also heal himself, right? And then he gets all this other crazy stuff as well. Then he also has an anti-revival mechanic. When causing a character with a revives when health reaches 0 effect to revive, the character revives with 30% less health. So that kind of reminds me of the red grade 8 Vegeta effect, right? Except I think grade 8 Vegeta has 20% less health, and this Trunks is 30%. I mean, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm much more of a fan of the way that LF Cell or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's anti-rebel mechanic is done, but this is definitely, like, at least it's something to help with that. Then the Ultimate Arts nullifies Endurance for 3 counts, and then it also nullifies Unfavorable Element Factor if there are 2 defeated battle members. So as a last man standing character, he's going to have Blast Armor. So as a last man standing battle member, he'll be able to nullify, you know, green characters, type advantage over himself with the ultimate. That's good. All right, what else we got? It's a lot here. Well, that's it for Trunks. Okay. I mean, he's definitely going to have more. This is not it. So we'll be able to get the full kits tomorrow. By the way, all this releases tomorrow, in approximately 24 hours from now. So I will be covering all this stuff tomorrow. I'll be putting out 500 different videos about all this stuff. So that is not it. That is just part 1 of the stuff that we have coming. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have coming for part 2. Or this is technically also part 1, but the other half of part 1. All right. So, yeah. Okay, so I actually played that with the music on. I'm probably going to have to go ahead and turn that music off and fill it with something else because I can't play that music on YouTube. It's copyrighted. So, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go through this. So, there's 3 characters coming for this side of the celebration as well. We have an EX Final Form Frieza. Of course, they make the Frieza an EX, right? Then we have his new Sparking Broly, who also has Paragus in the animations. And then we have the first ever what they're calling a tag character, which is basically a more modern and interactive version of an assist character, where you can actually control when you switch in and out of the character. So you have Vegeta and Goku. You can tap the character icon, and instead of having a main ability, you can switch between the characters. So they give a little bit of a splash page in terms of how this is done. and then an explanation of how this works. So let me see. Hold on, let me just forward this here. So yeah, Final Form Frieza. I mean, can we get a golden Frieza from the Broly movie, please? Like, come on. Final Form Frieza didn't actually do anything in the movie. Okay, so yeah, we have, and then obviously this is the one that matters, right? The Goku and Vegeta says, dude, the LF animation, that has to be the best LF animation in the game. The one where they're like twirling around and like flipping in the air and they're doing like all these crazy maneuvers, like that was insane. They definitely put a lot of work into this character, you could tell. And the fact that they have basically two characters in one, like the first true dual character, honestly, is what I would classify this as, is definitely really big for the game. Alright, so let's talk about this Frieza first. He's an EX, he's also green. Green is a good color for LOE just because they don't really have that many good greens. I mean, the best green is Metal Cooler. I would say green and red are the two weakest colors for the tag. So unique ability is reduces damage received from tag Saiyan by 10%. Sure, 10% isn't really going to do anything. Applies the following effects when entering the battlefield according to the number of defeated battle members. So I guess he's like a last man standing type of character. So initially he's going to get 20% damage inflicted and reduces damage received by 20%. And then just goes up a little bit depending on how many are dead. Applies 50% to damage inflicted and reduces damage received by 20% when battle starts. So it's actually a decent amount of reduces damage received here. Let me just hide this for a second. Applies reduced ki by 20 and randomly destroys when... Wait, what? This is definitely a typo. Randomly destroys when card. I don't... Is it supposed to be one? Like it randomly destroys one card when entering the battlefield? I don't know what that means. That's definitely a typo there. Alright. What else we got? There should be a second page to this. Special move is nullifies enemies and restores own health when it reaches 0 effects upon activation. So his blue card actually nullifies endurance, which is pretty interesting. But I don't think he's gonna be doing enough damage to even trigger that. And then the main ability is going to make him draw a blue card and restore ki by 50, and also give him card draw speed for 30 counts. So we'll have to see more for him to really be able to tell if he's good or not. But for me, just looking at this, I'm a little bit skeptical. I am. Keep in mind he's also going to be on the movies tag, right? It's because it's not technically a tag, it's a saga, right? So that's Frieza. Next we have Broly. He's actually not an assist character, but like Paragus is in the card. So Saiyan, Frieza Force, powerful opponent. Unique ability, 20% damage inflicted against tag Saiyan. Pretty common tag. Applies the following effects itself when battle starts. He gets 60% to the next special move damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 25%, and then minus 25 to next special move arts costs. So it looks like he's going to just want to use the blue card when he first enters the battlefield. Applies the following effects itself when entering the battlefield. He draws a special move arts card next. So that's obviously a blue card, so it makes it a lot easier to chain this with this ability up here. Restores ki by 25, plus 80% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 30%. Pretty solid, just basic kit. That seems pretty good. Then his main ability draws a strike card next. And then he nullifies special cover changes for 30 counts, which is very similar to a lot of these other characters we've been getting in the game recently. So that's pretty good. 30 counts is actually a really long time, so that's a good ability. He restores own health by 15% and ki by 30, and then 40% to the next strike arts damage inflicted. And then Paragus makes his first appearance in Broly's special move arts and victory screen. So that's cool for Paragus, I guess. So that's what Broly does. Now, prepare yourselves because we are about to witness an actual novel for this tag character, Goku and Vegeta here. So first of all, what are tag characters? Tag characters are single units that can switch between two fighters in battle. So you can see here the icon is Goku. Once this gauge is filled up, you can click on the icon and you can swap to Vegeta, and they'll just switch out from the battle. Basically, when you switch a character like from one character to another character, except this is one unit. They have a switch ability instead of a main ability, so obviously they're not going to have a main ability. This is taking the place of that. Using arts and receiving attacks will fill their switch gauge. So I guess if the longer you're able to combo with this unit, the faster you're going to be able to fill up their gauge. And if you're getting comboed, you're also going to be able to fill up your gauge that way as well. So doing stuff, inflicting or taking damage fills up the gauge. And when it's full, they can activate their switch ability to perform a tag switch. Unlike main abilities, switch abilities can be used whenever the switch gauge is full. So obviously you can press it multiple times throughout a battle. It's not like you switch once and you can never switch again. Goku and Vegeta's switch ability allows them to reverse their element factors. So just so you guys are able to see, let me hide the camera for a second. So reverse their element factors. That means they'll become strong against yellow and weak against green. So basically what this means is that the character is a purple character, right? You can see from the icon that they're a purple character there. So basically what it means is that they switch their element factors is because a purple character is already going to be strong against green and weak against yellow. Reversing the element factor means that they're just going to have the exact opposite of that. They're going to be strong against yellow and weak to green. Technically that's not red, because red is strong against yellow, but it's not weak to green, it's weak to blue. So a way to think about it is they're going from purple to red, but then as the red character, they're going to be weak to green. It's going to take a little bit to, of adjusting and getting used to it to really understand how this works. But it definitely seems interesting, and I'm interested in seeing how the actual, functionality of this character works in game. And now we have like 500 different essays for this character's kit, by the way. Okay, so for this character, LF is obviously a Legends Limited character. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and Vegeta. They're purple, they're a melee type, they're on Saiyan, they're on God Key, they're on Sun Family, and Vegeta Clan. Those are all ridiculously common teams. So you're going to be seeing this character a lot, and then obviously with the Leader Skill update, you can pretty much just slap them on any team, I think. Okay, let's get started. This is we'll be here a while here. Alright, so the unique ability, special cover change against the Blast Arts. So, interesting. Applies the following effects when using a Strike or Blast Arts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, sustained damage up. Reduces special move arts cost of their own, obviously. Restores health, so they heal every time they use a card. When causing a character with revives when health reaches 0 effect to revive, they increase their own Dragon Balls by 2 and reduce enemy Dragon Balls by 2. So they have a pretty powerful anti-revival mechanic. Honestly, that might be better than Cells. Maybe. It depends, right? I think it's on the same level as LF Cells, because Cells reduces the enemy's Dragon Balls by 4, right? And gives them no cards and no key. But if the enemy doesn't have 4 Dragon Balls, then you proc their revive with this unit, like, you're getting 2 Dragon Balls for yourself too. That's pretty good. So I mean, they're both good effects, but I think it's on the same power level as LF Cells, which is already really good. Notice how they're giving so many characters anti-revive mechanics, and the reasoning for that is because do you think maybe they made revival characters a little bit too good? What do you guys think? Alright, so the green card draws a special move arts card next, so they draw a blue card with their green card. And it looks like they destroy one of the cards in their hand to fill their hand with that blue card. Restores Ki, and increases own strike damage inflicted and reduces enemy Ki by 40. That's a very powerful green card. The actual blue card itself, let me take this camera off for a second. The blue card itself nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effect. So the blue card nullifies endurance. By the way, I believe this character does not have an ultimate. I think the LF is based on the blue card, because in the trailer it didn't show them doing an ultimate animation. It's only the blue card. So yeah, it has blast armor, so it's a lunging forward blue card. And then the switch ability, tag switches to Vegeta and reverses own element factor. Again, we just talked about that. And then you obviously use up your switch gauge to activate that. Restores own health and Ki, increases arts card draw speed level by 1, and then increases special move damage inflicted. Okay? So that's what happens when you switch every single time. Okay, we got another full page of abilities here. By the way, okay. I see what they did. So this first page is for Goku. This is going to be so much to remember. Are you kidding me? Okay. This is for Goku. And then this is for Vegeta. Alright. So, special cover change against strike cards. Knocks enemy back to long range. Can combo with special move arts. Applies the following effects when using a strike or blast arts. Restores Ki, increase Ki recovery. Restores health. And then also when causing a character with a revive, when health reaches 0 effect to revive, he has the same exact revival mechanic, which is good. Special arts. He also draws a blue card, reduces enemy health restoration, Restores own ki, increases own blast damage inflicted, and nullifies enemy special cover changes. So to me, it looks like Vegeta's going to be more blast-oriented, whereas Goku is more strike-oriented. And then Vegeta obviously has the same blue card here. And then the switch ability for Goku is tag, switch to Goku, and reverse own element factor. Obviously, restores own health and ki, increases arch card draw speed level 1, increases special move damage. Okay, so that looks like it's the same. So, again, it's going to take some getting used to with this character. I mean, there's a lot going on here. There's 2 full pages of details, right? So, we'll see how that actually works. Like, do you get your Vanish back when you switch? Like, I don't know. We'll see how that works. But that is all we have in terms of the new kits for the new characters. There's also some other stuff here that they did talk about. We have... So we also have some other information here regarding the banners. Now, this is something that I think you guys are going to be super, super excited about. I know I am very excited about this. And this is something they've never done before. So let's just go ahead and see what Toshi has to say. So, first off, the Festival Step-Up Summon featuring Legends Limited Super Saiyan Trunks and the new tag characters Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and Vegeta will have... I'm going to actually turn my camera off so you guys can see this in subtitles. Triple the drop rate for sparking rarity and triple the Z power for all rarities available in this summon. Yeah. So basically what that means is you're getting a double whammy. This is basically, like, honestly, if you think about it like this, you're basically getting 6 times the value on this banner. Because not only are you getting 30% sparking rates instead of 10% sparking rates, but then for all the sparkings that you're pulling, you're getting 1800 Z power for those characters instead of 600. Wow. Honestly, this is probably the best change ever when it comes to actually summoning and collecting the characters that you want. This is almost an unprecedented change in a gacha game that has to do with summoning and rates in the game, right? This is something that I don't think we'll see very often. They do mention specifically that this is something that they're doing especially for this Legends Festival. So I don't think this will be a permanent thing. I wouldn't expect this to be like the normal thing moving forward. Maybe for like LF banners specifically, they're going to try and do this more often, but they do specifically say that this is for this Legends Festival. They want this to be a special occasion. So keep that in mind here. Let's keep going. Oh my god, yeah, this is... yeah, triple the drop rate for sparking rarity, meaning the usual summons that people are used to. It's usually 10%. It's going to be a 30% chance to get a sparking rarity character. And not just that, the Z powers that you'll be getting, like, for example, again, with the sparking characters, you'll usually get 600, but for this Legends Festival special step-up summon, you'll get 1800 Z power for that one character acquisition. So... he does also specify that it's for all the rarities as well. So for EX characters, normally you get 250 Z power for those characters. Well, for this one, you're going to be getting 750 Z power. And then the same thing for Hero. Like Hero, you usually get 100 Z power. You're going to be getting 300 Z power for Hero. So the only thing I will caution people right now with this is that he doesn't specifically mention anything about Legends Limited characters. You will still be getting 1800 Z power if you pull a Legends Limited character. But in terms of the actual rates for a Legends Limited character, I don't know if that is going to triple. He says the sparking rarity is tripled. Well, Legends Limited characters are sparking rarity. So, are the Legends Limited rates going to remain 0.5%, or are they going to jump up to 1.5% for each of the Legends Limited characters on the banner? I don't know. I think for now it's pretty safe to assume that they are going to remain at 0.5%, but if you pull Legends Limited characters, you will be getting triple the Z power for them, which is definitely a massive win. But again, I would be very cautious in thinking that you're going to be able to get 3 times the amount of a chance to pull a Legends Limited character until we see the actual in-game news about it. So that is all I wanted to clarify about that. Broly and Chilai getting a Zenkai Awakening. So that's interesting. Obviously, it fits the whole Broly movie theme, so that's not anything crazy. We have Blizzard that's going to play in-game for a limited time, like we had last year, pretty much when Gogeta and Broly released. So, going to have to mute my PvP in-game sound and put music over it so I don't get copyrighted, which I probably will in this video if I don't remember to put in the music over that the video we just looked at. And it looks like we're going to be getting another character here, for free-to-play character, and it's going to be the Coat Goku from the Broly movie. Obviously, we had the Vegeta for a long time. Now we're finally going to get the other half of that, so to speak, which is the Goku, so that's going to be fun. Can run them both together, the Coat team. What else we got? I think they close out, yeah, they closed out the stream, and they're like, goodbye, everybody, and then we have this.
Come on, give me all you got! I don't want to see a trace of you left! How could I lose to you?
There you guys go. Finally, Super Vegito. Dude, I know people who don't care about Blue Goku and Vegeta. They don't care about Sword of Oak Trunks. This is what people have been waiting for. I'm telling you right now, every single Twitter post that the Japanese Dragon Ball Legends post makes, there's like 50 people asking for Super Vegeta to get a Zenkai every day. This, honestly, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that if you sort of like ranked the hype of each thing that they announced in this reveals and stuff, for a lot of people, this is number one. Like, even though that might sound crazy, it's insane how many people have been asking for the Zenkai Super Vegito. So this is actually like a really major announcement. On top of that, they also did announce a event coming out where you can actually get Z power for this Vegito. So if you don't have him 7 stars, I think you'll be able to get him to 7 stars either through that event, or they'll have missions as well. And then he'll have a battle gauntlet. So you can get his Awakening Z power for free. Like they mentioned earlier, like they're making all the Zenkais free. So you'll be able to get this guy done here through the battle gauntlet. And I think that's it. Yeah, that is it. So there we go. Definitely a lot of stuff to go through here. This video is like almost 35 minutes long. But again, this stuff should be dropping tomorrow, pretty much 24 hours from you talking about this. 1 a.m. Eastern time on the 24th is when all the stuff should be releasing in game. So we will have the data download tomorrow. I'll be going through my normal breakdown stuff. I'll be making 500 million videos on this. So yeah, a lot of hype stuff coming. Let me know down below what you guys thought about all this stuff coming out. What do you guys think about the new tag characters? I'm going to be making a separate video discussing my thoughts on that, and what other tag characters we could potentially be seeing in the future. But that's pretty much it for now. Hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you all in the next one.